hi, hello, and welcome to Be Real with Dr. Renee. This is the reality talk show where we help you guys reveal and heal through our support lines and community care. So let's get right into it. Our first dilemma here comes from our direct messages, and it reads, Hey, Dr. Renee, I'm Taylor, 28, and I'm kind of freaking out. So here's the deal. I work full time in a pretty corporate job and it's fine, but super boring. Yeah, I get that. About a year ago, I started a side hustle selling art and digital designs online. At first, it was just for fun, but now I'm making decent money. Like enough that I'm thinking about quitting my job eventually. The problem is, I've kept it completely secret from my boss and my coworkers. So technically, my company's contract says I'm not supposed to tell. Um, it says that I'm supposed to tell them about any outside business activity, even though this has nothing to do with my job or industry. Recently, one of my coworkers stumbled across my art on Instagram and mentioned it at lunch. Now I'm worried it's only a matter of time before my boss finds out. I'm scared that I'll get fired or at least get in big trouble. Part of me wants to come clean and be honest, but also I don't want to lose my side hustle or my job. It's understandable. And honestly, I'm so close to telling my boss I'm out of here anyways because this business could actually be my future. What should I do? Should I admit that I've been running my side hustle or keep quiet, hope it blows over? I'm so stressed I can't even focus at work anymore. Be real with me, Dr. Renee. Well, Taylor, you are kind of in a predicament here, girl. Thank you for writing in. So let's go ahead and go over this. Now, you have your side hustle, and you were supposed to tell your corporate boss about any side hustles that you have going on, even though it isn't related, you didn't tell them. And so now you're wondering what to do. You are making pretty decent money at your side hustle, but you also want to keep your job. Your coworker found some of your designs online for sale, and so now you're completely freaking out. And I understand. Trust me, I understand because that's kind of a tricky situation there. So, Taylor, what I would do is this. I'm going to be real with you, okay? What I would do is come to my boss. And now you have to be ready. If you do this, you have to be ready to possibly be losing your job. That's just all there is to it. So understand that going into the conversation and be prepared for that. Okay. But I would go and I would talk to my boss and I'll say, look, I really have a passion for the digital arts and, selling these things online. I originally started it. I didn't expect it to be a side hustle. Honestly, I didn't expect it to make any sales at all. It was just something that I did in my free time to kind of take my mind off of the corporate stress world, or however you need to say it to sound good. But, just let them know that you didn't expect it to go to what it is. And now that it's actually starting to make a little bit of money, you want it to come to them to see how they would want to handle it. Let them know how much you love your job, how much you appreciate it, that you don't want to lose your job, but you also have a passion for this art, that it does not influence or mess up your job in any sort of way, your corporate job. Just let them know that work that you do will have no bearing over the corporate world whatsoever. And let them know, if there's something that I need to sign stating that I do this, or this in my side hustle, or I can't do this and this, well, just let them know that you're willing to sign that. Like, you're willing to sign it. And just say, you didn't expect it to be anything. You was just going to try something because it's something you're super passionate about and you love to do it. And you actually thought maybe you would network to just meet some people in the industry to maybe get better, get some tricks, but it ends up making money. That's what I would do. And just be prepared, like I said, going into the conversation, because they may say this is a violation of the contract that you signed. So just be prepared for that. And if that does happen, hey, it was meant to be. You work on that side hustle and make it into your full hustle, okay? And then you make that into your full-time job, and then you just do other side hustles like from there. Don't ever just have one stream of income. And honestly, your boss, being a corporate boss, they would know about that. Anyone that is secure and somewhat wealth has somewhat wealth, they understand you have to have more than one income stream. So, I would just explain it that way. And I mean, truthfully, I have my own business. I am fine working for someone else, but I flourish in my own skin, in my own way, like doing things my way. And so, technically, I would probably, if I was making enough with my side hustle, maybe I would just, you know, ditch the corporate altogether. Of course, give a notice and everything, but that's what I would. I mean, if it was me, I would, just, if you feel secure in your side hustle. If you don't do it, because you need to have a secure form of income, because times are rough. All right, times are rough. The economy is rough. You know all of this. I don't have to tell you. But truthfully, that's what I would do. And if your coworker like says anything about it, I just say, well, I've already talked it over with the boss, or I'm planning to talk it over with the boss, or something to that effect. But I would just stick to that story, honestly, because I'm sure that's how you started off anyways. Just be truthful with them. You didn't expect it to make anything. You really were just trying to make connections and do something that kind of take your mind off of the corporate world, because it is stressful. So that's just what I would do. And don't overstress it too much. Everything happens that's meant to happen. So if you get fired for having that conversation, then maybe it was just meant for you to use that extra time to build your business and make it better. And of course, make sure that you network with other people in your side hustle so that you can get ideas, to expand your business. Just stay up with those kind of things. But truthfully, that's what I would do. And I really appreciate you messaging in here, Taylor. And I really feel how you feel here, because I've been in similar situations. I'm almost 41, but I have worked, and it's tricky when you want to do your own thing, but you also need like the security of like a steady paycheck. So I get that, but technically that's what I would do. So, anyways, thanks for writing in. So, okay, guys, y'all tell Taylor here what you think in the comments, and follow for some more dilemmas. So, we wrapped it all up of this episode of Be Real with Dr. Renee, the reality talk show where we have you guys reveal and heal through our support lines and community care. And as always, tomorrow is a new day and you matter. Thank you, Taylor, and I wish you all the best for luck.